I'm Erik Robey.
And I'm Tracie Reynolds, and this is Anne Arundel County Week in Review. Making headlines this week, County Executive John Leopold announced his appointment of Robert C. Hubbard as the new Director of Inspections and Permits. Mr. Leopold spoke of Mr. Hubbard's appointment, stating, Robert Hubbard brings a wealth of experience and the management skills to revamp his department with a focus on creative solutions to budget challenges and improving customer service. It was very important to choose a candidate with the background necessary to get started right away. During my first term, we were able to improve the permit process online, and in my second term, we will continue to improve efficiency. Robert Hubbard previously worked for the Department of Permitting Services for Montgomery County from 1977 to 2006. He started as an inspector and worked his way up to director in 1996. He has a bachelor's degree in urban studies from the University of Maryland, College Park. He's noted for creating a permitting enterprise fund in Montgomery County. An enterprise fund is a fund that's generated through user fees to cover the full cost of services provided and is not dependent upon tax revenue to balance revenue and expenses.
County Executive John Leopold announced plans for a new bus circulator to connect Piney Orchard riders with the Odenton Mark Station and the Fort Meade shuttle bus service. Speaking about the new service, Mr. Leopold stated, "This service has been in the planning and outreach stages for over a year, during which time I personally asked commuters what routes would benefit them. They all were frustrated by the crowded parking lot at the Mark Station, and many indicated they would take a bus if one was available." The county has received two 24-passenger buses from the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act and will be using these new vehicles to operate the route currently referred to as the M route. The route, which is expected to be operational by February, will provide a community connection to the Odenton Mark Station and will also support base realignment and closure activities at Fort George G. Meade. The design of the route acknowledges that availability and convenience are paramount to long-term success. The county's goal is to provide a reliable means of public transit during the morning and afternoon peak periods for residents located in and around the Odenton area and West County. And later in the show, our in-studio guest will give us more information on the bus route and the features of these two new buses.
County Executive John Leopold has activated Secure Communities, a federal program that uses fingerprints and databases to identify illegal immigrants. Mr. Leopold explained the benefit of the program, stating, "A fingerprint does not lie. Secure Communities is another way local governments can partner with federal law enforcement to identify those who are in this country illegally. This is a valuable tool that eliminates the possibility of racial profiling in identifying illegal immigrants at the point of arrest." Anne Arundel County is proud to partner with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Secure Communities links local law enforcement with 5 million additional data records in identifying those who are wanted by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also referred to as ICE. Secure Communities enables ICE to utilize a federal biometric information sharing capability to identify aliens arrested, charged, and booked by local law enforcement. It does not authorize state or local law enforcement to enforce immigration law. Whenever an inmate is fingerprinted at booking, the information is compared not only against Federal Bureau of Investigation records, but also Homeland Security automated biometric identification system. County Executive Leopold has established a balanced approach in dealing with illegal immigration at the local level. In his first term, he signed Executive Order 24, which prohibits any company who hires or harbors illegal immigrants from doing business with the county. He assigned a police detective to serve as a liaison to the federal immigration officers and improved the speed of communications to identify and deport violators. He also provided funding to groups that aid citizenship and training for businesses to comply with federal immigration laws.
Well, folks, there's more Week in Review to come, much more. So take a look at the community calendar for what's happening around the county. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm County Executive John Leopold. Accidents caused by drunk driving can be prevented. Only you can make the difference. Drink responsibly and always buckle up.
On average, every month, 22 Marylanders die as a result of drunk driving crashes.
We don't want to be the designated driver for drunk driving crash victims.
But if you choose to drink and drive, we will find you and provide you with a free ride.
Make the right choice, drive sober, and always buckle up.
Designate a sober driver, or
we'll designate one for you.
And welcome back, folks. Well, as I told you earlier with our story, we were going to be talking about buses later in the show, and there's nobody here in the county, besides maybe George Cardwell, that knows more about buses than John Mayer, our transportation planner from the Department of Planning and Zoning, and George Altavote from Aurora Bus Service, who is the manufacturer of the buses that we just received here in Anne Arundel County. Gentlemen, welcome to the show, and let's talk about a major transportation initiative here in the county. I'm going to start with, on the end here with George. Tell us a little bit about the bus that we have two of these buses now, and I understand they're 24-passenger buses, state-of-the-art.
Correct, they are. They are champion-built buses. They're the Easy Trans model. They're a 30-foot long bus. What's unique about the bus is a low-floor model that actually kneels on large airbags closer to the ground, in which someone in a wheelchair will be able to get on and off the bus a lot easier with a lot less effort from the driver. The buses, we've been building these for 5 to 6 years. We sell them all over the country. Been very popular with the MTA in multiple counties, and we're very, very proud to provide them for Anne Arundel County.
And I understand they have the latest technology in diesel fuel. Can you explain that
Absolutely.
a little bit for us?
They are 07 emissions compliant. Back in 2007, the EPA decided they wanted to remove pretty much all of the particulate matter from the buses. So the joke is the air going in the bus is actually dirtier than the air coming out, so which is good. Fuel economy is still something they're trying to work on. It's not the greatest, but again, it's a very, very large, heavy bus that moves a lot of people up and down the road every single day.
Okay.
Well, John, tell us a little bit about the route here. The whole goal of this bus line, this two-bus line, will be to alleviate cars from the roadway and help with the parking situation at the MARC station. Give us an idea of what the commuters can expect over there.
Well, I got to say, we are very excited. We've gone through just about every hoop they could throw out, and catastrophe that could come along before we finally got our buses. I feel like a proud parent now that the buses are finally here. But
it was a nice Christmas present. For us, right?
Exactly. So the buses are basically going to run a circular route and provide access to the Odenton MARC station. They will start at the MARC station, make their way down Piney Orchard Parkway, and meander through the Piney Orchard community, making stops at the Piney Orchard Village Center, picking up commuters along the way and giving them an alternative means of getting to and from the MARC station. It's going to pick up and drop off right at the MARC station itself, so you don't have to deal with the problem of the parking being overflowed, and it's just a nice alternative, and it's an affordable way to get to and from the MARC station.
And we know that the proposed fare is $1 each way.
Right.
Yes. And maybe tell our viewers and listeners a little bit how we got the buses, because these are pretty trying times, budget times for all of us.
Oh, absolutely.
The county didn't have to pay for these.
Right. We got these buses through the ARRA funding, which is the American
Recovery and Reinvestment
Act. You did your homework. Huh? So these buses came to us at a very affordable price.
Very good. That's good to know.
Well, in talking about buses and in talking about transportation, the transportation structure in the county is not like you'd see in a more, maybe a city like Baltimore. We don't have MTA lines coming all throughout the county. We have them in certain places in high-density areas. But this route is more of a commuter route, correct?
It really is, yeah. This is our first chance to really have the county get into, the bus field. And we actually ran a survey out at the Odenton MARC station. The county executive was nice enough to come out and help us out. He got out there at the crack of dawn. It was about 6 a.m. And I tell you what, it was about 10 degrees that day, but he came out and helped us hand out some questionnaires, and we got an overwhelming response from commuters that live in the Piney Orchard area. So that's kind of why we're focusing on that area there. Now, as these buses get up and running and are hopefully successful, we'd like to get some routes going towards different parts of the county, but this is where we've decided to start this endeavor.
And as a transportation planner, what anticipated ridership are we expecting from these buses?
Well, we're hoping, the buses, like George said, hold upwards of 24 passengers. So if we could get the buses half full, for each run, we'd be very happy.
And you are going to be having some type of public meeting for the community on January 4th.
That's right, January 4th at Piney Orchard Elementary. We're going to have the bus out there so people can come out and check out the bus if they're interested. We'll be there from 7 to 9 p.m. Come out, ask any questions, give us your input. We'd love to meet you and have you check out the bus.
That's great.
Well, folks, get on the bus. It's an exciting time for Anne Arundel County. It's an exciting time for our Department of Planning and Zoning. Thanks to George and you folks at Aurora Bus for what you guys did for us in bringing these 2 buses to Anne Arundel County. We look forward to a lot of ridership out there, and we thank these 2 gentlemen for joining us this afternoon on the show. And folks, there'll be more Week in Review when we come back after the break.
Alone and crying, boom, boom, bam. Crying, pom, pom, pom. Crying, chaka, chaka, cha. Crying is always good.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. This week, the Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to 1,303 calls for service. This included 1,039 emergency medical calls and 99 fire calls. This week, an Annapolis family was displaced from their home on Christmas Day as the result of an early morning fire. Division Chief Michael Cox with the Anne Arundel County Fire Department has more on that incident. Chief?
Thanks, Karla. Around 2:15 a.m. in the early morning hours of Saturday, December 25, 2010, Anne Arundel County firefighters and Annapolis City firefighters responded to a reported dwelling fire in the 3300 block of Harness Creek Road. The first unit to arrive on the scene reported fire coming from the roof of an attic area of a 3-story single-family wood-frame dwelling. At that time, additional resources were immediately requested and an exterior fire attack was initiated, utilizing elevated master streams to knock down the heavy body of fire in the roof and attic area of the home. Once this was accomplished and the roof structure assessed, crews were able to enter the building and began salvage operations to minimize damage to the contents of the home, as well as overhaul the burned areas of the home to prevent a rekindle. In all, it took more than 40 firefighters from Anne Arundel County, Annapolis City, and the Naval Academy about an hour to bring the 2-alarm incident under control. Water utilized for firefighting operations at the scene was brought by fire department tanker trucks, who shuttled the water from a fire hydrant approximately 1.5 miles from the scene. There were 5 occupants, 4 adults and 1 child, in the home at the time of the incident. They were awoken and alerted to the incident by smoke and fire alarms in the home. All 5 occupants were able to escape without injury. However, 3 firefighters were transported to Anne Arundel Medical Center, where they were evaluated for elevated blood pressures. The fire, which originated in the attic and roof area of the home, caused an estimated $200,000 in damages. The cause of the fire has been ruled accidental and is being attributed to a malfunctioning chimney. Karla?
Thank you, Chief. County fire officials remind all residents to make sure that they have operating smoke detectors in their homes and that homes equipped with alternative heat sources such as wood stoves, fireplaces, and pellet stoves should be inspected and serviced by a qualified technician annually.
Attention 10th and 11th grade students living here in Anne Arundel County. The county executive invites you to compete for the chance to be county executive, county councilman, or a department head for a day. Students interested in participating in this year's Model Government Program must submit a short essay describing what they hope to accomplish if given the chance to serve as county executive or as a county council person. Whether it's making our streets safer, bringing jobs to our community, or addressing environmental concerns, this is a great opportunity for students to voice their priorities. Students should also provide information on their public service and volunteer activities. Entries are due no later than Friday, February 4th, 2011. More than 30 students will be selected to participate in this exciting opportunity. If you need more information, please call 410-222-1242.
Mary Felter, Public Information Officer for the Department of Aging and Disabilities, is with Susan Shelton, and they're discussing housing options for seniors in the county. Mary?
Thank you. Today my guest is Susan Shelton. Susan's with our housing program at the department. She's a housing associate. She's going to talk today about a topic on housing options for seniors in Anne Arundel County. Welcome to the program, Susan.
Thank you, Mary. I'm really happy to be here.
I asked you to talk with me today because the department is going to be putting on the continuation of the series, The Future Is Now, Are You Ready? And it's to help baby boomers and seniors, their elders, their parents, etc., to prepare for the future. One of these things is going to be a workshop held on Wednesday, January the 5th. That will be from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Arnold Senior Activity Center, which is 44 Church Road in Arnold. We're having that because we want to talk about housing options in Anne Arundel County. Can you tell us briefly, Susan, what some of these options are?
Certainly. There are several choices that people can make for housing in their older years, depending on what their particular needs and financial situations are. If a senior wants to remain in their home, they may want to consider a reverse mortgage. Other options would include senior apartments, congregate programs, continuing care retirement communities, and assisted living facilities.
Can you tell us the difference in these housing arrangements?
Sure. First, let's define what the different options are. Senior apartments are rental apartments for seniors who are 62 years of age and are able to live independently. Typically, the community would provide a meeting room, lounge, laundry facilities, and some even provide congregate dining. Rents for these apartments vary and may include utilities in the monthly fee. Seniors needing financial assistance may qualify for subsidized units, or they can apply for a Section 8 housing voucher.
And what are congregate housing units? I've heard the word congregate before, but I don't know what it means.
Congregate housing provides supportive services in various apartment buildings for low to moderate income seniors who have difficulty with one or more of the activities of daily living, such as meal preparation or medication management. Without congregate services, these seniors would not be able to live in an apartment. The services offered in congregate living include housekeeping, laundry, personal assistance, and congregate meals. Financial assistance is available based on income.
You also mentioned earlier assisted living facilities. How would you define those?
Assisted living facilities provide housing and personalized assistance in a non-institutional setting for seniors who require assistance with activities of daily living, including medication management, eating, grooming, and supervision. Each one of these assisted living facilities in Maryland is required to be licensed by the Maryland Office of Healthcare Quality.
So there is someone who makes certain that they meet certain criteria. And I also understand there are continuing care retirement communities. What exactly does continuing care mean?
Continuing care retirement communities provide independent living apartments, assisted living, and skilled nursing care, all within the same community. A resident in a continuing care community can move from one option to another as their personal needs change.
So now we know that there are a variety of housing units available, and which can be determined by their health needs, their own assets, and income levels, correct?
Yes, these factors can affect what housing you might choose for a senior, depending on how active they are and how much they can afford. My colleague, Carol Clemens, will be talking about these options at the workshop on January 5th. She'll discuss the question of availability of these options and the requirements that these facilities must meet.
I know that before you move to one, you might want to find out what kind of residents they serve and whether they're required to be licensed to operate also.
Yes, and you also need to know what the criteria are for requiring a resident to move from one level of care to another. As you know, people's health conditions can change and they may require more attention. Will the housing management require the resident to move, and if so, what are those requirements? And lastly, of course, what will be the costs of the housing and what are the financial requirements for each. That's a lot of information to cover in the 2-hour workshop.
I should think it would be a very informative one. Sometimes these housing options and choices are not easy for people, so it will be good that they can come to this workshop. And I'll tell our viewers again what the dates are. The first workshop in The Future Is Now, Are You Ready? Is going to be on January the 5th, 6:30 in the evening at the Arnold Senior Center. It's one of the series that will be held through the month of March, and including one in March will be one on reverse mortgages in case you want to stay in your own home. You can call the Department of Aging and Disabilities at 410-222-4464, extension 3094, and get more information and register for the free workshop. Or you even can go online at www.aacounty.org/aging and scroll down to the housing option portion. If you want to know about the other workshops that are going to be held, they'll also be listed online at the Department of Aging website. Again, that's www.aacounty.org/aging. Thank you, Susan, for coming on the program today and talking about the various housing options that seniors have.
Thank you very much, Mary. And our viewers, again, if they'd like to know about more housing options, can go to www.aacounty.org/aging and read about more details. Thank you for having me today.
You're welcome. Glad to have you. This is Mary Felter, Public Information Officer for the Anne Arundel County Department of Aging and Disabilities. Back to you.
Thank you, Mary. So, Erik, did the reindeer come?
They came. They ate the carrots, they ate the celery, and the kids were very, very excited.
Excellent.
You know, I think they were more excited that the reindeer came than Santa came. But they got all their presents, and everybody's happy, and now they're looking forward to New Year's tonight.
All right.
So it's going to be good.
It will be good.
But we've got something really good coming up after the break.
Yes,
Very special thing for the last time, folks. If you really want to see Tracie Reynolds again for one last time here on Week in Review, gather around your TV sets, set your DVRs, because you won't want to miss this. And we got something special coming up right after that. I'm not going to tell anybody, but you're going to like it. So stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Well, my last show.
The long goodbye.
The long goodbye.
3 weeks. Kind of like a, not to cut you off. I've done that all the time.
I'm used to it. It's okay. Karla's going to have
you won't have me to kick you around anymore. But it's like a football coach, kind of like Ralph Friedgen. They fired him. Not that you got fired. You decided to leave. But he got fired, and he still came back and coached the Military Bowl yesterday. So
yeah.
Great
well,
thing.
I didn't get fired, but
you did not get fired. Let's make that clear. She left
I did
on her
come
own.
back, or we were just transitioning.
And she will be back.
Yeah, she will be back.
Because I'm sure Karla's going to go on
And I'll
vacation.
keep interrupting her when she comes back.
So, but no, it's been fun. It's been a good 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot of fun together. You're fun to work with. So, Karla, you'll enjoy working with Erik.
So you got to tell all of our viewers, and as Franklin Cheney says, our listeners out there, because he doesn't believe everybody can see the show. He thinks some people just listen to the show. Your best memory or your best moment from Week in Review?
My best moment from Week in Review? Gosh, I don't know.
And your favorite memory of Erik?
Well, there's so many of Erik. I mean, he just cracks me up. I would say that my favorite moments with Week in Review are probably all the stuff nobody ever sees. It's, when we make...
Oh, they're going to see it.
I know. When we have our bloopers, and Erik always does such a great job of just butchering names and words, and it's just so funny. That's what cracks me up. I love the bloopers the most, and I think last year when you were saying shoveling show and that kind of stuff, I just love that. That's funny. We laugh a lot on that, and so that's my favorite memory.
Absolutely. So what are your plans? The New Year's is coming.
Yep.
Big plans for New Year's?
No, I think I'm going to stay home. And watch Weekend Review. Watch the last show.
Put some fireworks on here so she can at least get to see fireworks for New Year's.
No, I usually, I don't go out for New Year's too often. I like to stay home, and I don't want to be out with all the other people partying. I do my partying the rest of the year.
Every other night of the year except New Year's Eve, folks.
Right.
You can find Tracie out at the party scene.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay in. How about you?
Good. Well, with the kids, the kids are going to stay up. They promised me this year they're staying up till midnight. Okay. And I promised them that they could make as much noise as they want at midnight. So for my neighbors out there, sorry guys, they're going to be loud. They got pots and pans and horns and noisemakers, and they're ready to go tonight. So watch them run out there and make a lot of noise.
And you, Karla, what are you going to do?
I'm also staying home this year. Went to the city dock last year, did that
First
thing,
night.
but I have family in town now, and they just want to stay home, drink a little champagne, do some cooking.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
We're boring, folks.
We are.
We're not doing
know.
anything.
What can we say? All right, so I think we have a little treat for everyone.
Got a little something on your nose there.
I do.
That means it's the start of our blooper show.
Yeah.
The bloopers are coming. Everybody's favorite time of the show. Everybody waits around all year to see this. They like to watch you mess up.
Oh, I think you mess up more than I do, but whatever.
I don't mess up. So
Thankfully, I shouldn't be in any of these yet.
Well, I don't know. She's done 2 shows. I think there might be a blooper or 2 in there.
Sure, Chuck could find one.
So, Chuck, when you're ready, go ahead and put those bloopers out there for the whole world to see. North County reported their 2nd win of the season, beating Southern 63-6. Oh, yeah.
See why there's so many bloopers of you? I'm teasing. Facilitate after-school activities for children. Help the Facilitate after-school activities for children. Help the help the disabled and provide child care. To apply for a community grant,
healthy people ages 6 months of
Now the patrol, it's going to be a long day. I can feel it already. But outside the city of Annapolis would not be included. Oh, jeez. Can I start on the second one?
The United States Census has challenged everyone in the United States to top the 2010 male participation rate of 72%.
2000.
Here, you're right, 2000.
It was the last census.
The United States Census Bureau has challenged everyone here in the United States to top the 2010 participation rate. That's the male back. 2000. I keep saying 2010.
He's got 2010 on the brain.
Oh, Eric.
Log into the Department of Recreation and Websites.
Recreation and Websites.
That's you.
Is it my turn? Yes. County Executive Leopold invites residents of Anne Arundel County to attend the 3rd annual
and a number of volunteers to form a coordinated response to serve the needs of the storm. Oh, shoot. Mr. Leopold presented
healthy persons.
The parking garage has been posted as hazardous as a hazardous. Let me do that over.
Thank you, Tracie. Tracie, I'm here at the senior. Start over, sorry. What, Chesapeake?
Take 2.
Men's senior.
Chesapeake men's. Look, Chesapeake.
John Executive.
Have a plan for what you will do with them in case of sorry. For more information on hurricane preparedness, steps to take now, please visit For more information on hurricane. The Department of Inspections and Permits Forestry Division was recently commended.
A 400-acre farm on Rockhold Creek will be reforested with 1,200 trees, in addition to hundreds of trees.
12,000.
Yes, 12,000, Tracie. You are correct.
County Executive Leopold issued an appeal to the Maryland Board of Public Works to block the
Sorry.
Eric's moving the furniture.
Sorry. It was the ghost. Fireworks and sparklers are designed to explode or throw off showers of hot sparks at temperatures that may exceed 1200 degrees Fahrenheit.
You're having a problem with the 1200.
Chuck laughed at that one.
Yeah, he did.
I was waiting. Sorry about that.
The Anne Arundel County Development of Health has issued...
Development?
Body aches, skin rash, swollen lymph node glands. Yeah. Glams. The celebration will take place on Sunday, September 4th and Sunday, September 5th and include a...
Saturday. He
not
said Sunday and Sunday.
Yeah. That celebration will take place on Saturday, September 14th and on Sunday, September 5th. Did I say Sunday again?
No, you said 14th.
Oh my God. Jesus. Read what's on the screen, you idiot.
For more information...
You got so far. Hello, I am Erik Robey, and I do not make sounds when I mess up. Baby clothes and cape.
Baggy.
Baggy clothes, yeah.
No baby clothes. And as necessary to establish this...
Oh, that's going to be a great book. I can't wait to see that one because she was like...
I know how to say sustainable.
Oh. This program is called The Vial of Life. Life-saving information. She laughed. That's not fair. She laughed.
Because you went, this is called The Vial of Life.
This position of the sun creates a glare that can be blinding and cause of many car accidents. And use your son's car visor. Your son's car visor.
Your son? Brandon's got a car visor? The Anne Arundel County Forest Conservancy. Yep.
That right. Okay.
Hold on.
That wraps up this week of that wraps up this week's of edition. I can't say it.
Their work focuses on providing visualization.
Justin Mulcahy, police
information officer. The annual vehicle entry permit also makes a great holiday gift for the outdoor explorer on your gift list. On your gift list.
Gift list.
Yeah, the Grinch stole my gifts list. The annual vehicle entry permit also makes a great holiday gift, guys, for the outdoor explorer on your gift list. I did it again. Gift list. How did I do that?
Mary Felter, Public Information Officer for the Department of Aging and Disabilities, is with Susan Shelton.
Can you get that on the bloopers?
It's a tongue twister. Susan Shelton.
For more information on how to purchase a park pass, please
Park Pass. That's almost like shoveling show.
Shoveling show.
That's the best. I love shoveling show. So, great bloopers.
I tell you, you cannot. You talked about me pronouncing words. Some of those, you're bad. And then all the bleeps Chuck had to put in there for oh my God.
That's usually my trick. I follow it up with a bad word so he can't use it.
Thank you for those bleeps.
Yeah, well, again, it's been a great 3 years.
Great 3 years.
And I look forward to coming back whenever you decide you're going to go on vacation or something.
Run away to Jamaica for 5 years.
Yeah, whatever. Well, no, I won't do it for 5 years, but I'll do it every now and again.
Whenever there's a lunar eclipse, folks, turn on Week in Review and you'll see Tracie. We'll bring her back on lunar eclipse days.
Maybe. But have a very healthy, happy, safe new year to both of you and to all of our listeners as well. Happy New Year.
Our listeners?
I said viewers and listeners.
I didn't hear viewers.
I always say viewers and listeners. Huh?
People watch the show. They don't listen to the show.
Some people listen to the show.
Okay.
I always say viewers and listeners. So, and to all of our viewers and listeners, have a very happy, safe New Year. And next week, Karla and Erik will be back.
She's finally leaving, folks. She's not just saying she's leaving. She's finally not going to be here anymore. Do you understand that? To all of her fans out there, stop sending me emails. I cannot get her back on the show. So she will be leaving, but she will be back from time to time. You can always find her over at one of our county agencies working diligently to serve the citizens of Anne Arundel County. And now for the last time, for the absolute last time, as a regular host on Anne Arundel County Week in Review, Tracie will be signing off.
That wraps up this week's Week in Review. Happy New Year.